Standing in front of my family plot, the Lastres plot. Up on top to my left is Aurelio Lastres, the ranch foreman, in charge of all of us. My brother Crip, Aurelio Lastres Jr., my brother Gabriel, my mother Mary Lastres, my sister Christine, my uncle Lawrence Gutierrez, and underneath him is baby Gutierrez that was born, died when she was born. That's my cousin Eugene Gutierrez's daughter. There's 3 empties, and we're going to build 2 more, so there'll be 6 empties for the rest of the remaining members of the family. But here they are. And my sister Christine, her granddaughter Tara, oh, she loved her grandma very much. She said she was going to be a doctor, and lo and behold, she's almost finished. She's studying medicine. And I like the caption she put above my sister's grave. It goes, "If tears could build a stairway and memories a lane, I'd walk right up to heaven and bring you home again." I don't know where she got that from, but it's something. So that would be me, my brother George, my brother Danny, my sister Elda. And wow, I can remember when my daddy bought this plot. 1955. I went with him when he to the cemetery to buy it.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How old were you?
Wow. Just got out of high school, 18 years old. 19, going on 19.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And you remember that day?
Oh, yes, I remember that day. I remember the day they each died vividly, clearly. I could tell you the days they died. My mother died on her birthday, November the 12th.
Really?
Mm-hmm. See? November the 12th, 1903, November the 7th, November the 12th, 1977. It's amazing. There you can see. I gotta come here and clean next weekend. I gotta get my weed eater and stuff. I think it's my brother's turn, but he hasn't shown up, so I'm sure he will, but if he doesn't, I'll do it next week. Plus, I gotta do some painting too, because the trees are starting to, you see how it stains the graves? We're standing at the plot of the Lopez family. Mr. Juan Lopez, the father, first dairyman in Key West, had the dairy, which later became Adams Dairy. Up at the upper left here is Nilo Lopez. I used to work with Nilo. In my junior and senior years, I delivered milk with him every morning, except Sunday. His wife Ornelia is in the middle, and their son Ernie, who I knew when he was little. Ernie died at 8 years old with cancer of the brain. I used to take him to the batting cage at where the old Eckerd Drugs is now, the CVS pharmacy on Simon and Truman. There used to be a batting cage there. There was a lumber company there, Lindsley Lumber. And I used to take Ernie to the batting cage. And like I say, he passed away when he was 8. But getting back to Nilo Lopez, well, he was quite a historian in himself. He has so many records. He wrote 2 books that I know of. And I believe they're still in the bookstores here in Key West still. But he's a good man, good family man, and him and his wife used to come visit their son every day. And towards the end there, as Nilo got older, I used to go get him on Saturday mornings and bring him here. We sit here for a couple of hours and just talk and reminisce about the old days. I'd run over to Five Brothers, get some Cuban coffee and bring it back, and we sit here, drink the coffee and talk. And Nilo was very despondent when his wife died, because they were soulmates, man. There was a couple that was so attached, and it really drained him. His wife, when she passed away, it just drained Nilo out of his life. You could see every day. If you knew, you had to know him to know what he was going through with it, and he just wanted to pass on and be with her, and here they are. I guess you could say reunited again, but what a couple they were. They were inseparable. They did everything together, everything. And their son Ernie, their only child, he was born in 1945. He died in 1954 at 9 years old, like I said, of brain cancer. And that Nilo Lopez was quite a man. I don't know what happened to his works. I know that he wrote 2 books. His sister had some, but she just passed away maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago, who lived right next door to him on Seidenberg Avenue. But I'm thinking that Wendy Tucker has a lot of his literature, and she has, I think she follows up on what he wanted. He wrote some great stories. He wrote some romantic novels, and you'd have to read them. I read one, and it was quite a novel. But a very talented man, a gifted man, a human being, and good family man, good father. That was Nilo Lopez, as I knew him. It was a pleasure to know him. Rest in peace. This is the grave of Piedad Ayala, born in Cuba 1859, died in Key West 1891. This grave is on pillows up off the ground, and the way that I understand it, she was very scared and fearful of the water. She was fearful of drowning and just didn't like the water at all, so she wanted to be built maybe 5 or 6 feet up off the ground, and here she is, as she wanted. This is the grave site of what is considered to be one, if not the oldest grave in the cemetery. It is that of a black gentleman by the name of Thomas Romer, R-O-M-E-R. He was born in Nassau, Bahamas in 1783. He died in Key West at 1891, age 108 years old. He was a privateersman in the War of 1812, and the bottom caption on his headstone reads, "He was a good citizen for 65 years. Wow, amazing. And he ended up in Key West. And down in that far corner is your relatives.